This guitar is wild. In today's episode, we check out the ESP signature George Lynch Skull and Snakes guitar. This one's gonna be fun. Hey guys, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at one wacky guitar. This is the George Lynch signature Skull and Snakes model from ESP, and we're really going to be getting our metal game on today. If you didn't know already, George Lynch was actually the first signature artist for ESP, so let's take a closer look at this guitar. Here guys, so we've got it up close now. This is the ESP George Lynch Skull and Snakes model. First off, this guitar weighs a ton. This is a full maple body, which is very rare to see on guitars in general. That probably means it's going to be a very bright sounding guitar, but that might be to compensate for the darker pickups. I really like how they put these graphics on these plain guitars. It really takes it to another level, obviously, without having to cost money for the woods. It's just a plain graphic on here, and very reminiscent of the 80s era. We then have the samurai swords and the skull and crossbones kind of inlays on the rosewood fingerboard. As we get to the top there, you can see a black headstock cap with ESP on it. So in terms of body construction, as I said, we have a maple body, maple neck, and a rosewood fingerboard. The scale length of this is 25.5 inches. They call this the GL Original U neck carve, which is obviously for George Lynch. I find that it's kind of a bit more like a D shape. Very thin, very wide, very reminiscent of this era of guitars. We have a Floyd Rose double locking tremolo in black. In terms of pickups, we have a Seymour Duncan George Lynch The Hunter humbucker in the bridge there with the uncovered pickup. And in the neck, we have an SH100 from ESP, which is like a Hot Rails style pickup. There's no pickup switch on here, you just have one volume that goes between bridge and neck for up. As we go down here, we have Goto non-locking tuners and obviously the locking nut. These guitars have volutes on as well. So that's pretty much the specs of this amazing ESP guitar, so let's see how it sounds. Welcome to the tone test. Now we're going to hear what this ESP can do tonally. So I'm going to start on the bridge pickup with a little bit of high gain tone, similar to the one that I used in the intro. Let's hear the neck pickup, which is the Hot Rails. goes to show that you can play cleaner styles and more blues styles on this amazing ESP. Obviously this guitar is way out of my comfort zone, and playing it on my more kind of chilled out AC30 preset, I can still get good tones from it. Obviously it's not ideal, the tremolo is quite hard to bend with, and the neck shape is very much out of my comfort zone. Obviously this guitar is made for metal and it smashes all of the metal stuff out of the park, but yeah, with the clean stuff, sounds good. It's a little bit uncomfortable to play though. So guys, what are my final thoughts on this guitar? Obviously this guitar is way out of my comfort zone musically. I do love metal music, but I always would use a Les Paul if I was to play metal. So I'm not really too used to these ESP kind of wacky shapes with Floyd Roses and stuff like that. Surprisingly, this guitar cleaned up really nicely. Obviously for the gain channel, it's always going to sound good. That's pretty much guaranteed out of the box. But for the clean sounds, I found that the tone of the Hot Rails neck pickup was actually really spanky, and I really enjoyed playing some loops with it. My only criticism is obviously with the Floyd Rose, it's not amazing for clean sounds, as it will typically kind of warble out of tune when you pick too hard or too little, and obviously with bending you can't do double stops, as the Floyd Rose will compensate for the tuning difference. I found it fairly versatile, but obviously it's made for rock and metal. I loved riffing on this thing. The chugs from that Seymour Duncan bridge pickup were insane, and it stayed in tune pretty well for the demo. I only had to retune about once. In terms of neck shape, it is quite a big, wide D shape, so again, very much out of my comfort zone, but equally, I found it very comfortable for shred playing, especially the 3-note per string kind of widdly bits that I was doing. But yeah, it's a cool guitar. I'd give it about a 6 out of 10 for my personal use, but obviously it's not really what I would look for in a guitar, but it was definitely a fun demo to do today. But most importantly guys, let me know what you think of this guitar in the comment section below, and whilst you're there, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. But thank you so much for watching this Squealing Pig Guitars video. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode, but until then, keep rocking guys, I'll see you soon.